days ago, I had a few attacks on my gathers. I wasn't surprised because, as anyone knows in this kingdom, I've mentioned that there is this one special alliance in the northern zone. They want to dominate the whole thing. So others were getting their gathers attacked, so I thought, okay, well, I'll put mine out again. And I had been going pretty far away to gather because, these pesky mosquitoes were leaving so many areas where there were just small amounts of, trash, the nodes that aren't completely emptied. So I just kept going further and further afield. But then, some nodes appeared not too far from me that were full nodes, and I'm like, I'll just take advantage. So what happens? Oh, I get attacked. And, not by other gatherers, of course. It's going to have to be military, level 40. Charles Martel, a legendary, going after my little Sarka and my little Queen Tamar. And then another one, same guy, same culprits, same military commanders going after my sweet and innocent Constance. She'd not hurt a fly. 106,000 troops after 29. I really don't understand people doing this personally. I know that they think that they have a reason to go after everyone, attack first, all of that, rather than send out warnings and all of that. Some alliances will actually say, you farm on our lands, we'll attack you. Same thing as like no trespassing signs, that kind of thing. But you would think some people might be a little neighborly, but like here, see, it's right on the edge. It belongs to them. Although that isn't the one I was farming. It was further away. So you look at my hospital bills. They're a little bit high. Million of food, million wood, 183 stone. And I don't know if you noticed, but these attacks happened, let's see, today it's the 2nd, they happened the 1st, 419 UTC, so it was a little over a day and a half ago, almost 2 days ago. Well, I just let them not heal for a bit. I've decided that I'm going to not really abandon this kingdom so much as not focus on it. What I'd like to do instead of doing any gathering is kind of measure if I optimize these inside the town just to see how well they produce and play around with that. But I kind of need to heal my troops because I want to make sure I get my dailies, which means I might do enough gathering to get like some of these dailies, like the gathering dailies, but that's about it. That way if they attack my troops like they're going to do, because this is a bully gang, the KPW, they're a bully gang, I will at least not have them kill too many. So the healing won't be too harsh. But I want to be able to get my dailies every day. I can start using these growth, but then I have to buy them. And I don't like buying them because you really don't get much from those growth until you're at a high level. So I don't know if I want to start using them yet. Gathering enhancement, if I'm not gathering, why use it? But I do need to get my dailies, and I realize, okay, great physician. Well, I guess I gotta pay out that 2 million plus of resources. So what am I gonna have to do? I guess I'm gonna have to start claiming some of these and start getting it so that I can kind of zero them out anyways, since I want to figure out what the measures are within the city if I'm just gathering from the city, because I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on my 2 cities in this kingdom except for training purposes. So we'll just start accepting some of these, and then we will heal our troops so we can get credit for healing 50k troops when we're going to be healing, how many? We're going to be healing a lot. Battering ram zone 33,000, wounded units a little over 9,000. So we'll get them to healing. It's going to be a little while. I'm going to have to speed it up if I'm going to make... No, I don't have to speed it up as long as I accept it, because we're still only at 2:31 p.m. So we're only at, I think I have about 4.5 hours of UTC until 0 UTC reset. So I'll be able to get mine. I don't have to speed up. That's pretty good, only 2.5 hours. 2 million in resource, but only 2.5 hours of healing. This morning I did a Arc of Osiris, and I spent more than 35 hours of healing because we were trounced. We were against people who were far stronger than us. I don't know how we qualified for gold, but oh well. It's all in the learning. So now I'll be able to actually zero out my extra milestones, so to speak, so I can do a measure while I start upgrading all of these within the city and start seeing how well you can do if you just get in there every now and then and grab the resources within the city and not risk going out and gathering. Not that gathering's necessarily a risk. In most kingdoms it's not. In fact, I decided to send out a chat to this guy because I just love to ping people. And I'm like, may I ask, why do you attack gatherers? And he's like, you harvest on our land. And I'm like, well, why don't you use words instead of attacking without warning? You make enemies when it's not needed. I play in kingdoms where neighbors act neighborly and friendly and don't attack. This kingdom evidently only knows how to create enemies. But then KPW has a reputation as being the bully alliance of 2828. I'm going to put my zingers out there now and then. It's just to get people thinking about their actions and how they might be interpreted. I couldn't think of the right word. One of the neat things about this game is it is international. It is multicultural. Things don't translate the same. I've often told people I over-explain things or over-talk or over-speak because I don't know what's going to correspond to whoever's hearing it. My audience is too broad. When I'm one-on-one with someone, I can be as brief as needs be if I know where the person's at. But when I'm talking to, like, say, my entire alliance, and we've got people from Portugal, people from Germany, people from Poland, people from Asia, all over the map, Africa, knowing that I kind of over-explain because culturally we hear things differently. Also individually, we are actually, each and every one of us, a culture unto ourselves because of our different personality and experiences and backgrounds and choices we make and everything. It shapes who we are. So in a way, wasn't it a famous poet that once said we are a country unto ourselves or something along that lines? Well, really, we're a culture unto ourselves. So I often, when I have a very broad audience, overspeak because I don't know what's going to happen. I actually was trying to work with an alliance leader to get him to open up lines of communication with an alliance that was attacking him to create a diplomatic relationship between them because we'd gotten I had arranged a peace. It's kind of fun story. Different kingdom, different playlist, so we'll save it for that time. It'll be in the Kingdom of Bullies. But he tried something and he didn't get a response. Or he didn't get the response he wanted. And I'm like, well, just keep trying. Do something different. Just keep trying. You just don't stop. You don't know what's going to reach them. And I think he tried one more time, thought everything was settled, and then they turned around and attacked us like 2 or 3 days later. Yeah, didn't work. But, it doesn't always work. And you never know what will make it work and what won't. So I just keep trying. And so sometimes I do it confrontational. Sometimes I do it nurturing. Like I know sometimes just from the language of the person responding that it might be a child. So then I'll kind of teach them slowly. And then if they tell me outright they're a child, definitely teach them slowly, especially if they tell me their age. So I can know how to adapt the words I use, the little extra effort to explain more detail, that kind of thing. It's one of the reasons why I do the visual training, the videos, so that I can help a broader audience. Anyways, I just wanted to bring up that I'm going to play around with these cities more casually from a distance. I'm not going to go out and gather. I have to retrain my brain because I'm so used to training troops all the time, and I'm not going to bother anymore with these 2 cities because as far as I'm concerned, they're just going to sit here and help out the few people that I've got connections here. I've been invited to other kingdoms as well. I'm going to focus on the kingdoms where I already have established alliances. I will try some more jumping experiments, but I don't think I want to spend too much time in new kingdoms. I will speak with individual leaders, of course. Anyone can reach out to me. I have questions. You can hunt down in one of my kingdoms, open a chat. Whenever you see me open, you can see my governor number, and you can reach out to that governor number from any kingdom and open a personal chat. Just let me know what kingdom you're coming from, and hopefully I can help answer your question from a distance. But I don't see myself going into any of these kingdoms I'm being invited into at this time. But I do appreciate the invitation. I think most of all in this game, I enjoy the one-on-one dialogues that are created across kingdoms, especially. It's so fascinating to me how we can be from so many different countries in this small community of Rise of Kingdoms. And it's in the one-on-one that I see the most opportunity to help educate and train. I know the videos will have a broader audience than the one-on-one, but the one-on-one actually teaches me as well. I think of myself as a trainer who's learning, and I'm teaching as I go along. So the more questions you ask, or even the criticisms or critiques that you offer, those would be appreciated as well. I haven't been receiving those as much yet, only on a couple of one-on-one interactions where I challenged someone. But if you have critiques of any of my lessons or additional info for me to learn, please send it my way. I've only been playing for 3 months, and I'm asking a lot of people questions, but sometimes people don't answer them, maybe because they don't know the answer, or they're intimidated by the idea that I might be sharing who they are. I won't. I will share some people, but if I'm asking a question, I respect privacy for the most part. For the most part. I do respect privacy. I just know that people can change their name in this game, so I'm not bothered if I'm sharing the name of someone who I'm confronting for a particular reason. So anyways, for now, I am wishing you Godspeed and signing out, and I'll let you know of progress in the future from a distance in Kingdom 2828.